Hello, YouTubers. Getting ready for a craft show in Ozark, Missouri on the first weekend in October. Come and see me if you're around the area. I want to share with you today one of about 3 dozen charcuterie boards that I'm preparing. Today I'm making about 10 or 15 boards similar to this, different shapes. They're going to be rough edge boards, and I'm going to show you how I prepare these today. So I'm going to show you this one, just one out of about 30 boards I've made in the last month. So here we go. Take a look at this now. I go over the rough edges and I make sure that all the saw marks or any cut marks, trim marks is off there. It's going to be a food safe finish, of course. But what I do next is we're going to burn this. I use the Lichtenberg burn, and I'm going to show you that process now, and then we're going to finish it up and put the additional touches to it. So stay with me. Before I do the burning, I like to drill the holes to get these laid out for the handles if I'm going to put handles on them. Our center punch mark will be right there, and we just double check that, and that is perfect. And we'll hold that down there. Ought to be perfect there. And with this one, we'll go ahead and put this mark right there. And then we hold that at that point. Now, all we do is drill the hole. Okay, now, get right down dead center of my punch mark, and we're going to go with that. If you go easy, it'll jump into your punch hole there, and there we have it. Now I have to figure the countersink for the heads. Okay, now I'm using a 3/8 drill to countersink the heads of these handle bolts. And the reason for that is I'll be putting a 3-inch wooden plug in there, and that plug will stick below the surface just to provide feet for the charcuterie. So I can get the same depth, and we'll set that right here. Okay, to get started here, we're going to turn on the blower. That sucks the smoke down the downdraft table. Get the rubber gloves on. I have my borax mixture here, and that's ready to go. And I have a foot pedal to control our electrodes. Remember, I say electrode down, power on, power off, electrodes up. Never take your electrodes off of the board with the power on. So I always say that out loud. Nothing else will be said. Just watch and enjoy. And we'll clean this up. I'll just, with a little soap and water and a brass brush, and while the soap and water over a sink, and we'll clean this black off and take the soot out of the grooves, and we'll see what it looks like. Now we're back at the charcuterie board. We have the burning done. We have everything washed out good, and I'm wiping it down with some pure tung oil, which is completely food safe, 100%, and ready for use. It will soak into the wood quite nice. The finish don't wash off as much as some of your other surface stuff will, but I want to coat the edge good. Both ends have been sanded slick and very well, and this end, it's going to get a coat of that too. And see, the back has nothing yet. Look at the difference. That's a beautiful board now, and it will even buff out even better. We'll let it dry, and it shows the beautiful cherry grain that it has. And I'm going to pour a little more. The tung oil soaks in quite a bit, but we're going to coat it on both sides. And I don't want to waste any. I'm going to put a good coat on both sides, and we will rub it in good. That way it soaks in all areas right there. And we will leave that to dry. I'm not going to wipe it all off. I'm going to allow that to soak in. But there, so far, is what we got. And then the final thing, of course, will be put the handles on each end. But for right now, I'm going to kind of prop that up so it don't lay flat on there. Put a lid on the tung oil, and I'm going to let that soak in overnight. And I let it soak in, I say overnight, I let it soak in for 5-6 hours, and I won't be here in 5 or 6 hours, so that's going to soak until I get back in the morning. And then we'll put the handle on and take a look. Put the handles on. Now I already have one end on, but I wanted to demonstrate here something important. I thought I'm getting the screws started loosely in both on both sides, and then I want to demonstrate a very important point here. Now you want to push down slightly, hold the handle tight against the board, and then tighten your screw. That screw ought to go down, and the handle will be good and flush with the board when you get it tight. No gap in there. If you don't put pressure on it like this, hold it down while you're tightening it, you could have a little gap there. Now this was treated with 2 coats of tung oil. It's 100% food safe, and if you like this board, it'll be available on the website soon. And another thing, why not subscribe while you're here if you're not already? Appreciate that, and a thumbs up. Hey, that'd be nice. I have one other thing to say now. I'll see you in the next video.